going to film this one-handed because I've just broke my tripod mount. It just seems to be one of those months. I've just been stripping this down. Well, getting ready to completely strip it down to take this off, and I forgot the name of it now. I did speak about it yesterday. The rotary cover, whatever it's called. Anyway, this went down the road at 50 mile an hour, 55 mile an hour to be exact, and survived it. But this here I'm struggling to get to smooth out. It's like it's made that well that the stuff I've got here isn't touching it. And in fact, I might just be making it worse as it feels actually rougher than it was. Anyway, it took a little bit of damage, but for 55 mile an hour, I mean, this luckily has got no damage whatsoever. So the spool's fine, which is good because that's my deep spool. It's my most favourite spoon. Would have been nice in red. Just me being picky, but it's brilliant. Honestly, you get 2 spools with these, well worth the money. And I'll show you why they're even worth the money even more. The way they're manufactured. Now, normally, you've just got like a screw like that right here. And it's a pain in the backside to get to, right? This reel, right, is so well made, it's over-engineered. Look at what they've done. They've actually put a proper. Let me try and focus in on you. That I'm loving that. I mean, this from what the conversation I had yesterday, it's actually made from one piece, solid piece. So it's cut from one solid piece of aluminium, the body and the parts. This is hard aluminium. All the body's hard aluminium. I love the colours. I really do. And I have contacted Simon. I spoke to somebody messaged somebody on the group, on Akios group, and they forwarded me the head office number. I had a conversation with Simon. Every time I spoke to Simon, he's been absolutely fantastic, massive help. And he's given me I've given him the parts that I need, which is the bail arm basically, and just this bit here. I think they come separately, so I'll take it all apart in a minute. And I can't film it because, unfortunately, as you can see, the camera's everywhere. But yeah, build quality wise, this is amazing. I've stripped tons of reels from being at the age of 10. Because I must admit, and I should know the names of the parts by now, but I never do. I always forget them. Because normally I just sit and strip them and service them, if you know what I mean. Or if I find, like, say I went out and there was one of these and it had a broken arm on it, and it was, you know, somewhere in a couple of years, I'd buy it just for the internal spares. And I do that type of thing as well, or just for its spool, or just for its spool. You know what I mean? Or I'll buy it just for the spool if it's broken and keep the spool. So yeah, to see that. It just shows it's well made. You can feel it even with the spool off, you know what I mean. You can feel it's solid. And now I understand that that's one, it's cut from one piece of aluminium, apart from what Sam was saying. They're amazing. I still can't get over this thing coming off the roof at 55 mile an hour. And it's not like it's a small car, by the way. I'm talking about, my car's a Ford Connect, so it's a Torino, is it the word? And so it's not come off from a small drop. It's come off from quite a high roof and hit the deck reel first. So yeah, and then to open it up and see the build quality. Another thing as well, it shows these are normally started showing a bit of rust by now, and I've got to clean them out. It's still like new. I know I've only used it like maybe, I think it had 3 casts, but the 3 casts it had, it was peeing it down with rain and it got wet. And I know I didn't take this off. Now I normally do take them off with my rinsing cold clean water and blast them with a hairdryer, but I didn't. I lazily didn't. It's not showing anything anywhere, you know what I mean. And people say, well, they shouldn't do it, you know, for that new. Well, I'll tell you now, they do. You'd be surprised how many makes I've had, because, you know, and I'm only saying this because I normally don't spend this money on a reel like this, because it's normally, you know, to me it's like, oh my god, that's expensive. But now I've bought it. It's not expensive at all. It's not, for what it's just gone through, it's not expensive at all. The price on these wheels, to me, it's underpriced. I'd put it as a, sorry about that, it's my little lamp and pick my little lad up. I'd say the quality of that reel to me it's a lot more. It feels like I've got a lot more for my money, to be fair. So I mean, this didn't even break. It's got a couple of scuffs, but it's not even broke. It should have broke. This thing should be in a million pieces, and it's not. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, and I've got a lot of Akios and Nova stickers on the table. I'm not sponsored by them. I have other people as well, right, all over my table, and I still feel them. I've got to get a new sticker off Trident, an old Mark Williams sticker, some lovely stickers off my granddaughter. I've got Sea Freeze, mine lad. It's just that when I started this, I had another issue, and I did ask permission to put my logo on a hoodie, which I've not done yet, because it's cheeky just to do it. But any companies that I really love, right, they get massive place on my tables. I've got another table down the side here. I've got another table off to the side which has got flash mirror on it, and these are my building tables, and when I'm filming on TikTok or anything like that, I use them. So if I'm covering Akios stuff, then I'll use this table. If I'm covering other things, that's and just standard stuff, it'll go on my other table. So yes, I do have this table for when I'm messing about with Akios gear. You know, it looks good for me, and yeah, hopefully it does help them. But it looks good for me as well. It makes it, to me, it gives me more of a professional feeling to what I'm doing. And I'm not a professional. I'm nowhere near a professional. But it just makes me feel good. So yeah, and like I said, I'm not sponsored by Akios or Nova whatsoever. I'm really not. But yeah, they sent me stickers because I really love the company anyway. And you know, and they've always, and everyone I ask, everyone I speak to, when I put the shout out, you know, should have put anyone had a problem with these people, you know, whether it be, I mean, Seaglow, Rick Sharp, you know, even the trout fishery. People go, no, they're brilliant. So they go on my table, and that's how it's going to be. And eventually, I'm going to have a board behind me for doing footage as well. And companies that I love will go on there as well. But at the moment, I know that Akios, just amazing. I'm currently saving up for a certain rod I've got my eye on. I'll not say which it is yet, but my mate's after the same rod. So if we end up with them short as quick as we're hoping to, then we'll be running them with the spyros, and we'll be doing reviews on them as well. Hopefully bringing some fish. But for now, I just thought I'd do this upload. It's actually gone longer than I wanted to. The build quality, guys, is amazing. If I can find my spare tripod, sorry about the cough, I've got a bad chest today, I will set it up and I will split this down. I will do a split down, service split down. I'll take it all apart. You can see the internals and everything else, and you know, just how well they're made. But yeah, I've got to give that reel 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to wait for these parts to turn up. Once the parts are done, if I can find the other tripod, I will film it being split down and repaired. For now, tight lines everybody, and as I always say, I hope my next fish is a personal best. And yeah, the Spyro RS for saltwater ain't working anything really, but I highly recommend that. It's really well made.